All right, and welcome Pirate Monkey Crew to the second part of the NMM series for our high tabletop series. So today we're painting NMM steel, and we're painting in kind of a unique way, in a very similar way to how we've been working on the rest of this model as a whole, where we are going to be starting with very, very desaturated tones and essentially working our way up to the brighter levels, and then just including a little bit of saturation here. So I'm also using some unique and kind of odd colors. So I'm using just a straight black, and what I'm doing is I'm gradually mixing Malefic Flesh in with that black up until a certain point, and then I'm going to start to mix in Highlight Skin. The Malefic Flesh is kind of a purplish reddish gray, and then the Highlight Skin is kind of a little bit of a yellow tone to it. And so what happens is those two gray themselves out quite a bit as well. And then we still get kind of a nice, a little bit more of a warm gray up at the very, very peak before we do pure titanium white. Once we get up into that range, we're going to introduce some more saturated tones, and essentially that's going to be kind of a cool yellow tone that's really going to help make this pop, and then we're going to clean it up. As I've been talking though, of course, as you can see, we've been working our way up through this grayscale and slowly adding in small amounts of Malefic Flesh and Highlight Skin to that black tone. Again, this is something that I like to do every now and then, just for myself. Of course, practicing NMM is, just super vital for improving the skill and, just making sure that you're keeping what you've been learning from doing this. But more than that too, it's also a great way to kind of go through this more grayscale type of painting work. I would highly encourage you to do more of this, just because it's going to help you understand that black, white, and grayscale. Obviously now I've shifted in, I added a bit more Highlight Skin into the mix, and we're doing the same here. We're getting actually close to already pure Highlight Skin. And we're getting very close to pure Highlight Skin, and I think at this point I actually start to add in a bit of titanium white. As you can see, it has some color, but not a lot of color, and that's really what we're going for, is using these kind of, I've heard of them referred to as dead colors. And essentially what this lets us do is it lets us add things, kind of like you would in Photoshop, when you add a new layer and then you're adding things on top. Also feel free to play with the colors. They don't have to be these exact colors. As long as they are desaturated and kind of grayish colors, you're in the clear. And you can mix these yourselves, or you can just grab some bottles off of the table that you prefer, or you can just even use grayscale. It's entirely up to you. And this is pure titanium white here, just for this final highlight. We're going to start to add some pure, this is some cool yellow from the Chimera colors. This is a very, very saturated yellow. And of course, we're just adding just that little bit of the pop there at the top. And what it does is it kind of tells us that the light source is warm, it's very, very bright. And it also really just makes the metallic really pop off of that surface, and it really brings your focus to the bright surface. It actually makes the white feel brighter than it normally would if it was just around that gray. And now what we're doing is we're coming back in with some of the bright grays and Highlight Skin, and we're just touching it up. And then we're using a mix of the Highlight Skin and titanium white here, and we're just going to do a little bit of edge highlighting just to finish this surface up. I know this has been a relatively quick tutorial for you guys. Of course, these high tabletop tutorials are for those who, if you have a basic understanding of how some of these things work already, they're going to be much more to your advantage. We're going to move through things in some cases a bit more quickly. If that was a little bit fast for you, I would highly recommend that you go back and check out our NMM based Basics series in the tutorial archive. If you guys have any questions about this at all, and I hope that this reoccurring theme has been a new idea for you guys to play with, but again, if you guys have any questions about this, please feel more than welcome to reach out and ask. I want you guys asking questions. I want you guys questioning these tutorials. Thank you guys again so much for your support. I hope you guys have been enjoying this high tabletop series. I've really been enjoying making them. This figure has been a blast to paint with you guys. And we'll see you next month, where we are going to be painting some skin tones and fur in a very similar way. So we'll see you then. Bye.